Hello everyone and welcome to the video. Today I'm going to show you how you can use widgets on your home screen in iOS 14. I'll show you how to add them, how they can be used, and also how to remove them should you wish to afterwards. I'll also show you the Smart Stack widget, which is something you might find quite useful. You can skip to the relevant timecodes to see what you want to in the video. So widgets are here to allow you to view snippets of information from your various apps quickly and at a glance on your home screen without having to actually open the apps themselves. To add a widget, first you need to enter what is known as jiggle mode. So this is basically when you tap and hold on an icon on your home screen to move them about. So if I do that now, you can see I've now entered jiggle mode. And when you do this, you will see a plus icon appear in the top right corner of your home screen. And tapping on this will take you into the widgets gallery. So if I do that, you can see I've got my widgets gallery, and from here you can choose from your various widgets based on the apps you have installed and what they provide. Now, as I'm using a pre-production version of iOS 14, you're only going to see Apple's own apps on my screen, but you'll most probably have some third-party apps to pick from. And if I scroll down, I can see a full list of every app installed on my phone that has a widget I'm able to use. So I've got a full list here of ones that aren't shown at the top. If I go back up here and choose calendar, you'll see that I'm presented with a screen that allows me to choose which style I'd like for this particular widget. Now this is because widgets can take up to three forms. You can have a square tile, an elongated rectangle, if I swipe across you can see that here, or a large tile, which is this one here, that takes up more space. So each of them shows a different amount of information and can be interacted with in a different way depending on the specific app. So for this one I'll just stick with this small tile and tap Add Widget at the bottom of the screen. And that just pops the widget onto my home screen. And all I have to do is choose where I want it to go. So if I tap and hold it, I can sort of move it down to this bottom corner. You are kind of restricted by where it can go. As you saw there, it kind of slid over to the left. But you'll get a feel for where you can and cannot put widgets as you play with them. So I'll leave mine in the top left as I had it. And for certain widgets, like this calendar one, I can actually customize the content displayed. So this example I use is the calendar one I've got. And if I tap on it, I get an option to edit the widget. So for this specific calendar widget, I can choose to switch off the mirroring of the calendar app. So if I do that, it will let me choose which parts of the calendar are shown in the widget. So if I tap here, I can choose that maybe I just want to have my home stuff and birthdays, so kind of personal calendar events. I can tap done, and then if I tap out of this, you can see that's now updated to just show my personal stuff that I selected. Obviously you can choose whatever you want. Now removing a widget is also very simple. All you have to do is get to the widget you want to remove. So I want to remove this battery widget, which isn't particularly useful for me. And all I have to do is tap the little minus icon in the top left of the widget, and I get asked if I want to remove it. If I tap remove, it's now gone. So that's very simple. Now finally, I want to show you a special type of widget created by Apple known as the Smart Stack. This widget allows you to view multiple widgets in the space of one by simply swiping between them. So I'll add a Smart Stack now in the same way that I would normally add a widget. So if I go to the top left and tap the plus, you'll see the first widget at the top is the Smart Stack. Now I can just tap on that, and again I'm given the different views that I could choose depending on what I want. Now I'll stick with this kind of elongated rectangle that's being presented to me, however you can choose any of the other ones. If I tap Add Widget, you'll see that now goes onto my home screen, and what I'm going to do is just drag this down and put this one at the bottom, and I can now tap off of that and it's now in place. Now if I want to customize this stack, what I can do is I can tap and hold on it, and I can tap on Edit Stack. Now from here I can customize what is presented in that widget. So at the moment it's showing me Siri suggestions. Well, I'm not really keen on having that there, so if I just swipe to the left on that one, I can just tap delete and that'll go. I like photos there. I've already got calendar, so I won't keep that on this one as well. I'll have a news story. I won't keep notes because I'd rather just go into the notes app to view those. And maybe I'll keep maps as well. So if I just delete the other news story, and I'll keep Smart Rotate on. Smart Rotate is basically where your stack will automatically rotate after a certain amount of time just to kind of keep things fresh and moving. But if I tap the cross in the top right corner, I can now go back to my home screen and I've got my modified stack. So I can swipe vertically between the different items. So I go over to this news widget, and I can swipe again to go to my map, and so on. I can go back up if I want to and go back to my featured photo that I've got. So that's the smart stack, and that's the home screen widgets in iOS 14. So if you have any questions, then please leave a comment in the comment section. Please remember to like this video if you enjoyed it or found it helpful, and do consider subscribing and hitting the bell notification icon. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.